Hey everyone. Um, ooh, ooh, yes. Hello again. It's me. Like every day in the last in this month. And yeah, um, we're actually coming close to the end of the dailies, but the project will continue. Worry not. As we already discussed, we'll probably no, not probably. I just said it. It's going to be a weekly live on Thursdays. And I will already schedule the first one that's next week. Yes, next week. It's very confusing that the last day of the month is Sunday. It's very confusing. But, anyways, um, yeah, so I'll already schedule the first one, so we'll have it set. And yeah, so yesterday we did some tables, tiny tables. Um, I feel like, yeah, I usually don't bring them to this frame, but look at them. They're so cute, so tiny, so tiny, tiny, tiny. Yes, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll use the normal frame, and you can see them better. So yeah, if we do the split screen, so this is the wooden table that you've already seen. And yesterday I struggled a bit with some legs for this guy. And let's see, it has the camera has a hard time focusing on it because it's well clear. But you can see I added the legs. They actually caught better than the wooden ones. That was kind of an interesting thing to find out. So it feels like the glue for that the heavy body gel actually seems to catch better the metal and plastic, really. Maybe the whole like two non-porous materials versus one porous, one non-porous. So it's kind of an interesting thing to note. Um, and yeah, we have two little tables, and I started working on the chair yesterday, and I actually finished it. So you can see, look at him. It's so cute and tiny. So tiny. Such a tiny chair. And we can actually sit it next to the table, and you can see that it fits. It works. It's very exciting. It's very exciting for me. Hey, Peggy. So I finished the chair. I will build a second one today because I actually only really did kind of like, oh, this is what I plan to do yesterday. So today I'll make a chair, and then we'll start working on some accessories, possibly for we're thinking either books or candles. I have an idea for making a candlestick, so I think I might do that. But first, let's start with the chair. I will say it's probably going to be one of those cases where um, I'll start with one thing and kind of go back and forth between two items, because a lot of how you make the chair is actually kind of putting glue and waiting for it to stick. Hey, Penny! Hello. So good of you to join. How are you two today? It's and yeah, I'll bring the chair again. But oh, don't drop your stuff. But look at him! I'm really proud. Look at the tiny bit. He's so tiny. There he is. Okay, let's make one. Yes? We want to make one? Let's make one. I'm very excited about tiny things. Not surprising for someone who makes miniatures. Not really. So let's move to the desk and start working. Um, yep, it's super tiny. So you might remember from yesterday what I did was I took the fabric That's the our upholstery, and I just wrapped it from both sides around this piece of cardstock. And now we're just using this little 6 millimeter punch to cut out the seats and um, the seat and the back. It's like two circles. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's a little tricky because it's thick, so I find that it's actually easier to grab it upside down. And but try not to drop the paper you're trying to punch through. And then both hands. It's a bit slippery. There it is. Ah. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it doesn't want to cut. And I can already feel that we have a bit of an issue with the fabric, which sometimes happens because it is actual fabric here. So sometimes it gets caught. So just kind of gently release it and it'll be fine. Let's see if this one will be. Okay, that one was easy. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I'll just open this bit and release the two little circles. There we have them. And you can see that because it's fabric, hopefully you can see, because it's fabric, it's, there we go. You tend to get like little edges like that, but it just kind of, it pulls the string out. So you just, bring your scissors and cut them out. And that's it. And there we go. So these two are ready. And we're going to bring in some wire. I'm using the 20 gauge for this. And this is trying to remember which company it is because I've had it for ages because, I only use very small amounts. I think it might be, I don't know. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's called a vintage bronze color, which basically, yeah, it's kind of a brownish color that I really, really like. So I'm going to just cut two pieces just because I'm going to need, they don't need to be the same. It's just easier for me to cut them the same for some reason, apparently. Yeah, because what we need is, it's basically, there's two pieces. One is around the backing. And if we look maybe from here, actually, you can see. So one piece, and we did it yesterday, so you might remember that it just goes around the kind of back, yeah, around the back, and the just becomes legs. And then you basically have pretty much the same thing happening with the seat. And you can also see, which something that I'll do in a second, focus. Thank you. See, every time I tell it to focus, it focuses. Isn't it nice? I wish it would do it without telling, but never mind. You can see that I actually added a little piece of wood paper at the bottom of the seat just to make it, it's just one of those extra details. I'm also thinking of actually adding a little piece of wire here between the legs as like a support. But I also like it like this, so I'm not sure yet. We'll see. For now, let's just take these two pieces and we'll actually, you know what? Because I know I'll forget if I don't do it now. Let's bring the wood paper and just cut a hole. I punch it. Yeah, come on. Yes, you do. Come on. There you go. And just pick one that will be the seat. Um, yeah, let's make this one the seat. And I'll glue it to the wood paper. And, oh, okay. Or apparently I will glue it to the glue bottle. It's always an option. Yes. Okay. Just gluing it. This. And yeah. Oh, it's also tiny. Where's my, yeah, I'm gonna actually, I want to go around the edges with a marker, and because it's so tiny, it's actually easier to do it. Just hold it with my tweezers and go around, just because my fingers are too big. Yep. Oh, hey, come back. Now, oh, oopsie. I'm wondering. I had this idea because I'm doing things that are this small. I'm gonna try something. I want to try and put, it's one of those. If Muhammad doesn't come to the mountain will come to Muhammad. I'm gonna try and put this box up here and work on top of it, so it would bring just the surface to the camera. It's actually more reflective than the media mat, it seems to be. So I hope you can see well. But let me know. Let me know if this is actually better or if it's just annoying because of the reflection or something. So yeah, and we'll see if I can actually manage to stick my hands in the little distance now. But yeah, okay. So I'm bringing in my yes words plier. That's what it was, and I'm just gonna round this. Oop. Yeah, it's even it makes the kind of the area of the camera even smaller. So I will probably be much more prone to getting out of frame. So let me know. Let me know if I'm getting out of frame and you can't see what I'm doing anymore. But yeah, so that's the size we want. And we're basically going to do this twice. Yeah, so I'm just, in both cases, it's probably a little too long, this piece of wire, but that's fine. I prefer to be too long so we can adjust it later. If it's too short, we'll have to start from the beginning, and that is much more annoying. So we'll just do that. Okay, so now we'll bring in the glue. It's very weird working on the box, but if it helps you see what I'm doing, then I'm happy. And basically, all I'm going to do now is just glue the back and the seat. Right, this is the back, this is the seat. Even though they're the same size, they have very different purposes, I suppose. Something like that. I'm just going to put the glue on the wire and glue these little upholstery pieces to the wire, the rounded wire, and put it aside to dry because this has to dry before we move on to the rest of, to kind of bend the legs and connect. Too much glue. Okay. Yeah, we have to have that dry before we can move to this next stage. Come along now. We'll just put you right there. And gently tap, tap, put it in place. I'll remove the excess from the side. And yep, that's about it. That's our nice little back. Put it aside to dry. And same thing with the seat. With the seat, you just need to, oh, wait. Hold on. I just remembered something. This is not how I did that. Actually, we need to wait. So I'll explain. It's a good thing that I remembered. But basically, what I'm going to do, I'll show it on the chair itself, on the chair that I made. That basically, it works easier to actually, because what happens is that this rounded part needs to be settled on the backing wire, right? The wire that we just did now that holds the back. This is apparently too close to the camera, so it doesn't focus. There it is. Haha. So this piece that holds the seat is right here, and it connects directly to the back wire. However, I want the back wire to dry first, and it's easier to add the seat after we connect the two wires to each other. So we'll give it, I think a bit, even 10 minutes will probably be enough to dry it, and we can move to the next stage. For now, let's talk candles and candlestick. So I think I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether to leave the books here or not. But yes, so I have done in the past, I've already made very small candles. You can see them here. There's a little bundle of candles, and this little one that is just on its own, this little candle. And basically, this is done pretty much by taking a wire and coating it with Nuva drops. So if you're not familiar with Nuva drops, this is not actually the regular style. This is what they call Nuva vintage drops, which dry mate. Most of the Nuva drops dry very shiny. These ones you can see, it basically, there is maybe a little bit of a shine to it, but it's the same like, when collage medium is matte, but it has a bit of a shine, it's pretty much the same amount. So it's, and also candle wax does have this little bit of shine. So these are candles, they're very easy to make, but it's also one of those things that you kind of put on, set aside to dry, and wait. So I'll show you afterwards how I want to do it. And I actually want to make them probably even smaller than this. This is okay as large candles that light the room, I guess, but it's very large. I mean, if you see, let's see, we have, oh, if this is our fireplace, yeah, then it's kind of big. If you have, this is the fireplace and this is the candle, it's kind of big. It's not impossible. I want to do it with tweezers. It's not impossible. It's not an impossible size because there are very big candles, especially for this kind of decorative purposes. But it is very big, so I will probably try to do them a bit smaller. But in this case, what I first want to try and do is actually the candlestick that holds them, and then we can fit the size of the candle to the candlestick. Oh, that was a lot of talking. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to move the box because I feel like it's a bit weird. Let me know if you did like it and want it back. Let me know. So my idea is thus. I'm going to combine seed beads, uh, um, toothpick, yes, that's the word, toothpick, slightly larger seed beads, and some paper I'm gonna punch to build a candlestick. Um, so yeah, I just kind of get started and see how it goes. I'm going to, yeah, and I'm not entirely sure. I might actually use this size of um, seed beads for, like, I might skip this size basically because it might be a bit big. But yeah, let's start with, I want to see something, just a second. Okay, so we have two fireplaces that we've done before. And yeah, there is a very big difference actually in size of the mantles. Now that I look at it, let's see, tweezers, tweezers, there we go. So for this one, actually, this candle would work, would definitely work this size, I think. Smaller size would work as well, but like if it's not too big a candlestick, it might work as well. But yeah, like I said, actually what we need is to see what the size of the candlestick is and then fit the candles. So ruler, yes. Because if you think I remember the measurements of every piece that I made, you are mistaken. I'm very bad with remembering things like that. So okay, so in here I have the depth of this is 6 millimeters, and this one is about 4. This one is a bit closer to 7 probably, but so I'm going to start with trying to actually fit the smaller one, because if it fits the smaller one, it will work for the bigger one as well. So I'm taking this puncher that is a 3 millimeter radius. No, not the radius. The line across. I forgot. It's a 3 millimeter punch, circle punch. Well, you'll know what I mean. And this is a piece of paper that has a sticky, double-sided stick paper on it. Yeah, double-sided tape. Yes, that's what it is on it. So it'll be easier to stick. And I'm just going to punch a bunch of these so that I can kind of build a bit of come out. Duh, I always have this issue. They just, there you go. It can come out, you see? And I'm actually going to also punch a few. This is super tiny. Okay, I'll bring the box back. Just a sec. Yeah. Let's bring this up again. I mean, it's black on black, so it's not going to be easy to see, but at least it's closer to the camera, so hopefully it's somewhat visible. Hopefully. So yeah, and I'm also going to punch a couple of these 1.5 millimeter. I'm not entirely sure I'll use it, but let's see. Oh, I'm not entirely sure it would actually, it's not going to be easy to work with these as well, because just a sec. They are hiding. Yeah. That's the thing, when you cut these little things that I have with the sticky tape, then it tends to sort of, the edges are exposed and you tend to kind of, they just stick to each other, basically, and to everything around them. Okay, so removing the sticky tape, I'm not entirely sure that actually having the sticky tape makes it easier in this case, but we'll find out. Duh. Yeah, because it does stick to everything. We'll see. But yeah, so my purpose here is just to create a thicker base that will be a bit, more sturdy. I can't see. I need to cut my nails, apparently. Yeah, and let's bring the tweezers. Yep, and you can see just a tiny little piece, but that is already a good base. And on top of this base, what I want to do is glue a seed bead. A little seed bead. I'm not actually sure. You know what? Give me a sec. Oop. I might bring a different seed bead. Just a second. Because I have a different type of seed beads that are slightly less on the round side. It's also smaller, of course. Um, yeah, that should work. Okay. I'm gonna just a second bring a piece of white paper to be here on the box. This is, there we go. Maybe you can see what I do. That would be exciting. Adding a bit of light. Yeah. Or trying to unsuccessfully. Maybe that's, yeah. And just a sec, because I need to open the bag here. Oof. Why are they doing this? Bags are so problematic. But yeah, so just a second. There we go. I'll just bring a bunch. You can see these tiny seed beads. Don't remember what size it's considered to be exactly. But I'll try to see if, yeah, if you want to know, then just let me know and I'll try to find it on the parcel, on the package, but at the moment I can't see it. So, yeah. So, on this little piece of paper that is my base, I'm going to put a little bit of glue. And on this piece of glue, I will put a seed bead. Yeah, I am using this toothpick to just hold things in place because I can't do it with my fingers, especially not if I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, because my fingers will completely hide everything. And yeah, what you were seeing now was me struggling to separate the tweezers from the piece of paper because, of course, why not? Yeah. I think, oh no. Okay. Here's our lesson for today. Sticky tape, not a good idea. Not for something this small. Because there is always a bit of it that kind of sticks out somewhere and it just sticks to everything. And when you are working with something this small, it's very hard to kind of avoid that. So yeah, lesson learned. Next candlestick, no sticky tape. We have glue. Okay, just a second. I'm sorry I'm taking it off screen, but I need to hold it in my hand because it's not working otherwise. Okay, that part is done. Very exciting. Now we take the toothpick and I'm going to just cut this part, and I'm trying to kind of decide how long I want it. Also checking. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to cut it around this length. And yeah, I'm holding it with on both sides so it will not fly to the other side of the room, as they tend to do. And now I'm actually going to utilize the fact that we already have glue in there and just put it there and leave it. This needs to dry now, but basically, no, it keeps, yeah, okay. It keeps moving. But basically, we already have this kind of shape that I want to just add another seed bead at the top to kind of give it more of a decorative edge or feel, like a little cup that you have at the top of a candlestick. But honestly, if you look at it like this, even just if I feel like the candlesticks, these kind of candlesticks are too tall, which they might be, and I can shorten the toothpick. I can still cut pieces of it to make it a little shorter. But also, if you look just at the bottom part, that could work as a candlestick as well, which is kind of cool. So, yay for that. Putting it aside to dry, moving away these seed beads and bringing back the chair. Hopefully, it's dry enough. Yeah, it's dry enough to kind of work with it. And for this, I honestly don't know. Yeah, if anybody has an opinion about the box, let me know. If you're watching in replay, also feel free to let me know if this is actually making things easier to see or more. Or harder because of the reflection, because I honestly cannot decide. So yeah, there we go. And we have this part. And we actually probably don't need the seat yet, because at the moment what we're going to do is work on this part. I'm going to just gently kind of bring these pieces together and then use my my plier to bend the wire a bit backwards. If it didn't come out completely backward, you can kind of fix the angle. But yeah, it creates this kind of break in a way between the backing and the legs. So this part will glue right there. So now I'm just trying to make sure that I'm bending it at the same place and pretty much at the same angle. You can't tweak it afterwards, but you know, once you start when you put the glue, it's a little hard sometimes to keep the well, the glue might break. Let's make it simple. So sometimes you just need to be. It's easier to tweak it before. So now what I'm gonna do is I just want to see how much of the wire I need for the pillow, basically. And I'm gonna grab it actually with my pliers so you can see better. So I'm just seeing that it's right on edge there. I'm gonna use another plier and just fold the wire right here to create the legs. And I'm trying to, it's a bit of a gymnastics things here beneath the, to kind of get it beneath the, to get it into the camera line, but hopefully you could see what I did. And yeah, and I'm gonna bend it a little bit more. But this is definitely, so yeah, you can definitely see that this is too long, the legs here, but that's okay. We'll chop it later. Now we need to glue it. Just a sec. So I'm just trying to see that, that the angle is pretty much the same on both legs, or as similar as I can get it. And yeah, that it's going straight in the direction we want it, and so on. You can see it's not 90 degrees as it would probably be later, but I want to be able to tweak it. So I'm just kind of just giving it the angle, and yeah, we'll fix it later. We'll tweak it later. That is part of the process. It's a very, yeah, you do need some patience for this, but I don't know. I feel like it's worth it. So yeah. And it's one of those things that it's not truly a difficult process. It's more about patience, and pretty much that's it. Pretty much patience. Okay, so I'm using these tweezers that will grab the chair piece, the back piece in place, and I'm making sure that it's pretty much straight. I want it, basically what I'm going to do is have this piece of tweezers hold the chair where it is, preferably on screen. Thank you. Me, yeah. Hold it. Basically, this is where the other legs need to be attached. So I will kind of just glue it right over here. And then again, it will have to sit aside and wait for it to dry. And once it dries, we can add this little seat. Okay, so I'm going to actually pull this a little bit higher because I want to be able to do the gluing above the tweezers. I don't want to glue the tweezers to the chair. That is not the point here. And I'm probably going to use this little piece of match to just hold it in place once we put the glue. So let's put in the glue. And yeah, I've just realized that the way I'm doing it, it means that, yeah, that I'll have to kind of move it afterwards with the box to put it aside to glue, but that's okay, I think. I hope. Okay. So we had a bit of a chat about this in another live a few days ago, that I'm using actually, this is the body, the heavy body gel, but what I'm using is like I'm scraping purposely parts from the jar that are actually a little bit not dry, but they're like not as wet, as liquid as the glue would be when it's completely fresh, when you just open it. And that's on purpose because it means that it kind of grabs things faster, which is very useful when you're dealing with, fiddly things like this. So I'm putting this in, and I am also, while I'm doing this, I'm looking from the side to try and see that the angle where the wire that I've just put in meets the back of the chair is, well, at least close to 90 degrees. It's not going to be exactly 90 degrees because, nope, but close to. And I want to see that again also, trying to put the half circle sort of right in the middle of um, of the space that the back wires created, and I'm just kind of pushing the glue a little bit to, I don't know, surround, I guess, um, the wire that I just attached. Um, yep, that's, oh, and the whole glue piece left. We'll just put it back in. Ooh, okay. This piece of glue is giving me some problems, so I'm just gonna grab it and remove it. It means that it's too dry. And quickly put some other glue there. And all be fine. Just gently putting the chair in the angle we want. Ooh. Very fiddly. But I think we got it pretty much. Yep, pretty much. This is definitely one of those things that I'm never really sure if I should do things like that live because honestly, yeah, watching me fiddling with this for half an hour, not sure how interesting it is. But let me know. And oh, sorry, it got stuck somewhere there. But yeah, here we are. The chair is, I'm going to, maybe because it's on this box, I can actually kind of try and give you a bit of an angle view. I don't really want to move it too much. I'm going to take the whole box to the side to let it dry for a bit. And yeah, hopefully we might actually stick the seat on it in the end of the day. If not, then I think you got it basically. But yeah, just to show you again, this little piece will be glued on top of this part to create the seat, and we'll have a complete chair. So I'm going to move this aside to dry, and we'll get back to the candlestick. Yeah, okay. Let's see how this went here. Honestly, I'm starting to feel like maybe I should have just done seed beads over a piece of paper and that's it. Instead of trying to add this on top, but I'm not sure yet. Let's play with the idea for a little longer. I am going to cut part of this. Oh, I knew it would happen. Okay, we'll get back to you. I'm gonna cut piece of the top of the toothpick there because I feel it's too high. What just happened? That was weird. There you go. Just a sec. To remove this. And I'm gonna glue it again, and I'm gonna use this time this glue. We'll do that trick of using a slightly dry part. It's really, it feels like a gel in the consistency more than like a liquidy glue that you're used to. If you worked with a heavy body gel, you probably know what I'm talking about if you worked with this. And you just kind of yeah, stick this right into it, trying to keep it in the middle of the circle. That would be helpful. Thank you. No, you don't want to be in the middle. Oh, come on. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you're wondering about my rambling, yes, this is how I talk to my um, I talk to my craft. Admittingly, I usually explain less what I'm doing when I'm working than when I'm doing this live. Um, I don't feel the need to explain to the materials what I'm going to do to them. Sometimes it's better they don't know. But but I do ask them kindly to stick to where they're supposed to stick. Now, let's see. The idea was to add another seed bead on top of that, and I'm gonna try and do that now. I'll put a little bit of glue right at the top of this little toothpick. Ooh, this is very tricky. Grab it and put some. Okay, if I'm already holding it, then I can bring it to the camera and hope that it would focus and you'll be able to see what I'm doing, which is kind of the purpose here, really. Okay, that's a bit too much. Now I'm going to put this on the desk again because the easiest way I find to place the seed bead is again using the tweezers. So, tiny seed bead, come, sit. Nope. Removing this seed bead. Ooh, where did it go? I don't know. It's somewhere around here. And I'm gonna try and put a bigger one because that would give more of a candlestick shape, I think. I hope. Let's see. Take this one, put it on top. Ooh. Try to put it on top. So yeah. This is what we have. I am not entirely sure I like this, but ooh. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure that I like this, but honestly, this is precisely the kind of thing that you cannot judge until you paint it and finish it. So I'll do that, and we'll see how we like it tomorrow, I think. Right? I think it does look like a candlestick a bit, but I'm not sure. I still think that I might. You know what? We have a bit of time. Let's try and do a low candlestick with just the flat part, just with the seed beads. I'm going to put this one aside to dry. Bring some white paper. And in hopes that you can see what I'm doing, because I'm working with black material, so it's a little tricky. And I'm just taking this black cardstock without sticky double tape this time. And I'm gonna cut a few circles so we can have a nice space when we glue them one on top of the other. It should be enough. Let's see. Come on. Is that all of you? Did you kind of glue to each other? What's going on? No? No, they got lost inside. It does happen. Come on. Oh, they're here. Okay. Yeah, it's because of the sticky ones from before. Oh no. Okay. I have a feeling that I'm going to find like sticky, tiny sticky circles all over the place at some point. But for now, there we go. That is all we need. So, just trying to do this a bit on the quick side. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue to the side on my non-stick mat, and I'll just use a toothpick to, put a small amount on and glue the next, another piece of paper. Yeah, okay. Come on. Okay, so that's one. And we can kind of grab it and make sure that they actually stack nicely. That's one. That's two, actually. It does stick to everything. And again, a bit of glue. Yeah. One of the things that I've learned with working with such a small size is that there is just no way to rush anything. If you try to work quickly, it'll just kind of start dropping and bending and all the things you don't want. So you develop patience. That's what you do. I think that's thick enough. Now I'm going to really, where is the other toothpick? There it is. Yeah. I'll put a little bit of the heavy body gel right in the center. I'm going to use this toothpick to kind of help me hold it in place. And I hope you can hear me. Started talking to my craft again. And simply put the seed bead right in the middle of it. Yep. And I'm actually going to, okay, I'll grab it a bit. Oh, no, I don't. Yes. I'm holding it with my tweezers so I can very gently kind of make sure that it's centered and try to clean a little bit of the glue excess if needed. Yep. I think I need to clean my tweezers. I think they're getting sticky. And I'm going to try and actually do a second layer of seed beads, if you will. Basically glue another seed bead right on top of this one to give us a bit more height. And we'll see how that goes. I think so far so good. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Trying to bring it to the camera so you can see. And I can actually use the toothpick to kind of push it. Oh. Not what I meant to do. Yeah. It's easier to work when with it on the surface. But yeah, that would basically, I'm trying to bring it to the camera. It's hard to see because it's black and tiny, but you kind of see the shape, I think. There will be photos. You'll be able to see better. But yeah, I think we're gonna finish with this now. Let me come back and say hi. Hi. So yeah, so today we've done super tiny things, and I'd really appreciate if you're watching on replay and so on, or now if you feel like letting me know if this is actually useful for you, because I am always kind of, I feel like it might be interesting to see me doing this, but it's so very tiny. I mean, I'm looking at now on the screen and it's ridiculous. It's a dot. So I'm not sure if it's actually transfers well in the live, and maybe it should be something that I do, as I mentioned before, like in a video that I can kind of zoom in when I film and make it a bit more visible. So let me know about that. And I think so tomorrow, let's see. So okay, I think you got the chair, right? Basically, we covered the harder part, or the more tricky parts of it. So we have the chair pretty much, and we did the candlestick. So we might do candles, or I might do something a little bigger, as big as I get, so you can see better. But yeah, because basically tomorrow is one day before we finish the dailies, and on Sunday I'm going to do still miniatures for this mansion, for the haunted mansion, but I'm going to share the live with the wonderful and amazing Olga, that will join me, and we'll do something together. There'll be a bit more fun, spooky Halloween. We need to celebrate Halloween. It'll be Halloween. Yay, Halloween. I'm very excited. So yeah, so that's good. So I don't know if you have anything specific you want to see tomorrow. Let me know in the comments. And if not, then I'll surprise you. That's what we do here. Either way, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of the day, rest of the evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you again. And yeah,